Hi everyone. Oh, we got a visitor. Um, Welcome. I hope that this video finds you healthy and well and that you're staying safe and protected during this COVID-19 time. Um, I wanted to come online and sort of let you know a little bit about what distance learning will look like for our French classes, sort of what to expect, give you some clarity that I have, although I don't really have much clarity that you don't already have from the same Peel Families newsletter that you received earlier last week. So I just wanted to touch base and let you all know sort of what to expect and how this is all going to look like moving forward. So first and foremost, distance learning is going to take a work at your own pace approach. So we won't ever be meeting as a class on like doing periods. We can do a meeting. Like I'm hoping to do a meeting tomorrow where we're able to audio conference and ask any questions that we might have that hopefully this video doesn't clarify. So we will be doing a few audio conferences here and there, but not too many. So I won't ever do lectures that are audio conference based because I know that not everybody might have stable internet connection or laptop access for that long, or iPad access, or whatever it may be, iPhone access for that long. So all of my lectures and lessons will be, if there are lessons that I need to be posting online, which I will be because we will be covering different grammar topics. So I always like to show you how I do it myself versus having somebody else on YouTube or in the virtual world show you instead. So I will be posting those on Google Classroom. They are going to be uploaded to my personal YouTube channel. It's not very exciting. All I'm going to have is instructional videos on there, and I've got some like voice parts for my choirs from Mayfield. So I'm going to send you the link there or send you the handle that you can find all of those videos at. And we're going to work really slowly. We're going to work together because this is as new for you as it is for me. I've never done distance learning before. Neither has any of the other teachers at Mayfield. And so we're all learning together. And so we ask for patience from you as we give patience for you as well for the work that we're doing and how we're looking to cooperate and collaborate together. So it's going to be work at your own pace. For example, a lot of the work that I'll do. So today we're going to start with Extra episode 6. So you'll have a worksheet that's posted for Extra. It'll be due by the end of the day, but nothing will happen. We're not going to watch Extra together. We're not going to do the worksheet together. I'm going to post for you Monday morning. It'll be due by Monday evening. A lot of our projects and assignments and worksheets will also have either 1 day time limit. So of course, if it's a worksheet, it's going to be a 1 day time limit because I want to see that you've done some work on French that day as well. So as per the guidelines from the ministry and from the PDSB, each student is required or has the time allotted 3 hours per course per week. So that leaves every single teacher with 36 minutes to teach you daily. So for example, Monday, today, Extra will take up 25 minutes of watching time, and hopefully your worksheet should take no more than 10 minutes to complete because it's just true or false. And then you can upload that to Google Classroom. So everything will be Google Classroom based. Any assignment that we do, any project that we do, any worksheet that we do that I ask you to hand in will all be handed in via Google Classroom. So it'll all be on a doc that's already made for you. You just really have to make sure that you fill out the doc and then you click that turn in button or submit button at the end there of the assignment before the deadline Monday night. So I just have my little checklist here that I'm referencing to make sure that I cover everything that I need to. So everything is on Google Classroom. If you ever need to know what is coming up next, when things are due, if you go onto the stream page of Google Classroom and look to the left-hand side, there's a box that says upcoming events or upcoming tasks. All of the things that I have posted on there, even if I posted it on Monday but it's due Friday, it'll give you a constant reminder on that left-hand side there that it's due on Friday. So that'll be a great way to keep track of all of your classes and what if your teachers are using Google Classroom, we will for sure. So that'll be a great way to keep track of your French tasks and see what's due, when it is due, when I've posted it, when you should be handing things in, stuff like that. So that's all on the Google Classroom for you. Any lessons will be posted on YouTube. I'm going to use Loom or Zoom screen recording to do all those things for you so I can show you how I do those things. We're going to cover we've got 2 tenses left to cover. So we're going to cover présent, which is present tense. We're going to start with that on Tuesday. I'm going to post a little video lecture for you. And then we're going to start with futur proche. We're going to do a little refresher. Maybe some of you haven't heard of futur proche. But we're going to do a little review if you took Proche at the beginning, probably at the beginning of May, end of April, beginning of May, and then if you took Simple towards the end of May or in the May month there. For exams, we haven't really taken a look at what that will look like just yet. As of right now, we're set to be back in the classroom, teachers for May 1st and students for May the 4th. However, I'm not sure that that will be the case. Unfortunately, COVID-19 looks like it's spreading quite quickly and looks like it's quite dire for those that don't practice social distancing and don't practice what the CDC has laid out for us to do in terms of rules and guidelines. So we really just want to make sure that we're all staying healthy and safe. And so my goal for you is not to make French a stressful subject. I know that you have many other subjects in the world, like the maths and the sciences and the Englishes and stuff like that, that are much more difficult and much more time consuming. So what I'd like to do is truly stick to that half an hour, 36 minutes per day lesson time frame or working time frame for French, if not even less, so that you're able to get some sort of assessments in as well. That will help boost your mark, because we're not aiming to lower your mark. We're not aiming to hurt you with the assignments and the assessments that we give you from this point onwards. We're looking to help you improve what you were already at as of March 13th, so that last day before March break. So you have a couple of assessments already on D2L. D2L is already programmed to keep your level updated automatically. So whatever I put into it, it's going to keep your overall level updated. So if you're ever concerned about how you're doing in the course, take a look at that. Again, I'm not giving you percentages because we're still following gradeless feedback-based learning. And I don't have percentages kept either. All I do is I keep the levels that you're at on D2L. So whatever you see on D2L is also what I see on D2L and what I've put in. No secrets, nothing like that. So you can always keep up to date with your marks that way. Perfect. So the rest of the semester is going to look like a lot of, or just the 2 grammar work for the 2 new grammar tenses that we're going to be learning, and then fun projects to go along with them. So again, I'm not looking to stress you out. I'm not looking to help you, really, hammer in this French topic for you. I'm hoping that you will learn alongside it as well. But it's not going to be anything that's too stressful. So what I'm going to do, we're also going to read 2 books. We're going to read one book called Je ne suis pas un numéro. You may have read that already in elementary school. It's called I Am Not a Number. It's a really popular book about Indigenous residential schooling. We're going to be taking a look at and doing some worksheets and answers on as well, and some fun activities. And then we're also going to read a book, because I didn't get to go to Egypt this year. We're going to read a book called Jeune Pharaon, which is about the young pharaoh. So it's about King Tut. So you don't know anything about King Tutankhamun. He's a really famous, really young pharaoh from ancient Egypt. And we're going to be reading a French book about him and doing some questions and answers, again, like true and false, short answer, nothing too dramatic. So we're going to start with Je ne suis pas un numéro, because it's part of our present tense unit, and then Le Jeune Pharaon is part of passé composé, really, but we can also take a look at that in present tense and continue to build with it in future example as well. So those will be the 2 things that we're doing, plus the grammar tenses, and then some projects to go alongside it. So in these projects, I may ask you to submit a PowerPoint presentation, like a Google Slides, for example. And if you're able to use Loom or some sort of other screen recording and screen sharing platform, I can also help you through those as well, give you a little tutorial on how to use them. Then we're going to present virtually that way. And of course, these video submissions will be just to me, so nobody else will see them. However, the downside of distance learning is that things now become a little bit more individualized, because you can't really do group projects unless you, again, 2-way call on Zoom, screen record, stuff like that. So it is possible. We will navigate that when we get to it, but we've got a couple weeks before we get to our first project. So we're just going to take things slowly day by day and see how it goes. Please let me know if there's anything that I can do that I'm not already doing to help further support you. So we know that families are dealing with COVID at home, and we have some essential workers, perhaps some parents who are not essential workers and are working from home. So if there's anything that you're not able to complete on time, or that's too overwhelming for you, please let me know. You have my Google Classroom information there, my email that way. If you need anything else, I may go ahead and set up a remind as well, so that you're able to reach me through text that way too. Whatever's faster for you. But please, please, please let me know if there's anything that I can do for you that's not already being done. So if you need extra supports at home, extra resources, extra materials, whatever that may be, let me know so that I can provide you with those things. If you need some supports, if you're just not doing so well mentally or spiritually or academically, please reach out. Say, hey, miss, I'm having some troubles with this, or hey, miss, I'm really not doing well mentally today. You know, what is there anything that I can do for myself at home, or are there any coping mechanisms that you can provide me with and stuff like that? So please let me know of those things. As you saw in the very beginning of the video, I have a very busy household here. So I've got a cat and 2 dogs. My cat will definitely be making more appearances such as that in future videos. Because she's very needy when she wants to be. I also have 2 dogs upstairs. They don't really come downstairs. My one dog will, but my other one is too big and she's scared of the stairs. So you may hear barking though. So I'm going to give you fair warning there for any lectures or lessons that I upload to YouTube or any audio conferencing that we do as well. There may be some animal interruptions, but hopefully they'll be acting as a brightening part of your day here as well. So yeah, that is that. We're going to take a look at Microsoft Teams. I know it's not really working for some of us here. So I'm going to post a question. You'll have it up for today. And please answer it by 3 p.m. so we can figure out what platform to meet on for tomorrow. We are just really urged not to do video conferencing, and I don't want to do video conferencing because it's going to be a privacy issue. So I'm super happy to show you the cupboards in my dining room here and my little fridge back there. That's totally fine by me. But I don't need to be seeing into your homes. So what I'm going to ask you to do when we do Microsoft Teams or Zoom or Google Hangouts, whatever it may be that we choose to go forth with, that you're going to turn off your cameras, please, and perhaps even your microphones. So I'd ask that you turn off your microphones just so that there's not too much chatter. With 30 people in an audio conference, it can get a little bit crazy and hectic, especially if there's feedback. So I'd like to ask you to enter any audio conferencing that we do without video and without a microphone unless you have a question or something pertinent to add to the conversation. There's also a little chat box for those of you that don't have microphone access on your devices for Zoom, for Microsoft Teams, for Google Hangouts as well. So if there is a question that you have that's pressing, you can type it into the chat box there, and I'm happy to answer it for you as we go along in our Zoom call or audio conference, whatever that may be. So we'll figure that out tomorrow. Again, please, as we're using these platforms, we're using these for helpful terms. So I really would like to encourage you not to be videotaping on your own devices, not to be recording anything like that. That's really inappropriate. And we don't need to be adding to any silly things onto world internet platforms. So I'm doing that to help you. And if I find out that that's something that's been done, then of course, I'll be really upset with you, and it'll have to be something that goes further to admin because then it becomes something that's part of cyberbullying and stuff like that. So we don't want to get into those murky waters. So I'd like to ask that any communication that's done online is respectful and pertinent to what we're learning about in that lecture or in that video call or audio conference, whatever that may be. So just please keep those in mind. Of course, no inappropriate comments in the chat or in the audio conferencing either. I'm going to record all of the sessions that we do online just in case some of our peers can't make it at those specific times that we choose to meet at. We won't be meeting very often because it is tricky to make sure that everybody can sign on at a specific time and have internet access at a specific time with devices with multiple learners in the home, stuff like that. So maybe once or twice, maybe 3 times that we'll be meeting in an audio conference if there are pressing issues. So those will all be recorded, and then there'll be a digital recording that's put online as well for those of us that aren't able to make it in those conferences. So I hope that's a little bit more clarifying in terms of what to expect over the next week. We're always going to start off with extra on Mondays to ease us into the week, and then this week we're going to start off with present tense. So keep an eye out on Google Classroom for a schedule that's going to come up. It'll come up in the distance learning topic of our classroom. We're going to organize the topics in our class work section there to make sure that everything is accessible easily and that you're able to keep track of what's coming up and when and where to hand it in, stuff like that. So under distance learning, keep an eye out this week for a plan for the rest of our year, at least for April for sure. It'll be up on it should be up by today, by the end of today, by 3 o'clock when you're done answering the questions. However, if it's not, you can expect it by Tuesday for sure. Of course, that's I'm so willing to change that. If you have any ideas of things that you'd like to add into our learning or assignments that you'd like to do, stuff like that, please let me know and I'm happy to add that in there. All the timelines and the dates that are set for those specific worksheets or lessons or whatever are flexible because, of course, we're working off of what we can. So, again, this is as new for me as it is for you. And so, we're going to take it step by step and day by day and see how it functions together and make our way from there. So we're going to take a look at the first week as is planned, which is right now just present tense. We're going to be doing regular endings, which hopefully is review for all of us. So it'll be just small little worksheets that come along every day until Thursday, because Friday is Good Friday, and so we won't have any work Friday or Monday. So that means that next Tuesday, which I believe is April 13th, is going to be our extra day, so extra episode 7. So again, keep posted to Google Classroom. Hopefully we can have a quick little audio conference on Tuesday at a set time that we can decide on by to the end of today. I'll post it by the end of today. And we can meet on Tuesday for a little audio conference. I'll have my video on, but everybody else will have video off. And we'll only contribute with audio or via the chat in either Zoom, Microsoft Teams, Google Hangouts. We'll figure that platform out together. Awesome. I hope that this video has been somewhat clarifying and hopeful for you. I'm hoping that this is not the last time that we will see each other for the rest of the semester. However, I'm not sure if that hope is really something that I can speak to too accurately, since I'm not a healthcare professional and COVID seems to be taking over the world at a rate that's out of our hands and out of control, and we just need to do what we can at it from a distance to make sure that we're able to keep learning and stay safe and stay healthy and stay mentally and emotionally healthy as well. So take care, everybody, and hopefully we'll see each other or speak to each other rather on Tuesday. Awesome. Have a great day, everybody. See you later.